Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of the IELTS Writing Task 2 by Go Into Academy. And in this first video, we're going to look at one of the most common IELTS Task 2 questions, which is the advantage and disadvantage essay. So the topic we're looking at today is something we all experience, online learning after COVID-19. Now you've probably been told to give both sides, the advantage and disadvantages in the essay, but just by doing this will not get you a high score. What I will show you in this video that I believe is going to help is the structure. So in this lessons, I'll show you how to use the 4-part framework to write a clear, thoughtful essay that stands out. And we'll break it down into 4 parts. The first one is the introduction. We're going to set up the topic in 4 simple sentences. I will show you how to write that. And then the detailed paragraphs. This is where we explore both sides with the examples. And then we're going to write the twist. The twist is a paragraph that provides a deeper insights that most students forget to write. And in this video, I'm going to show you by including the twist paragraph, your essay will look more organized, logical, and you're going to impress the examiners with your level of critical thinking demonstrated in this essay. So and finally, we're going to write the conclusion, which will be a final reflection that wraps it all up, as well as asking an open-ended question into the future. Now let's begin with the introduction. The introduction paragraph is where you set the stage. You're not giving your opinion yet, you're just helping the reader understand the issue. And there are 4 parts to writing a strong IELTS introduction. The first one is the hook. This is the first sentence. You want to write something simple, real, and easy to relate to, without using any fancy quotes or academic words. We're just going to set the scenes for the readers to understand. And this is how our hook is going to be. Think back to 2020. Students no longer rush to school. Learning happened entirely at home. Some students love this change, while others struggle. So this hook is specific. It paints a clear picture that most people remember. And that's what a hook should do. Pull the reader into a moment or a certain memory. After we finish writing the hook, we're going to go to the next part in which we call the general statement. Now we're going to zoom out a little and explain what's going on. We don't have to argue or explain too much. We're just going to introduce the general trend by saying, since the pandemic, online learning has become a popular alternative to traditional education, offering flexibility and accessibility. So by just writing this in the general statement, it gives context. We now understand that this isn't just a one-person experience. It's a global experience or a global shift. After we write general statement, we're going to go to something that's called the specific statement. This is where you're going to dive into the topic by showing that not everyone agrees and there's a real debate going on here. And our specific statement will be, however, its effectiveness remains widely debated. So this sentence alone creates tensions. It shows that there are different opinions, which makes the reader want to hear more. We have written 3 sentences for our introduction paragraph so far. Now we're going to conclude with the final sentence, which is the thesis statement. This final sentence tells the reader what your essay will do. Think of it as your roadmap. And our thesis statement will be, this essay will explore its advantages and disadvantages before discussing a deeper challenge students face with this system. This sentence is clear and neutral. We're not choosing a side yet. We're just showing what's coming. Now let's read that full introduction again. Notice how natural and logical it sounds. Now that we've wrapped up with the introduction, now we'll go into the detailed paragraphs. Let's talk about the advantages of online learning. In this paragraph, you want to make 2 clear points and support them with short, realistic examples. Online learning provides flexibility. Students can learn anytime and anywhere. For example, university students can balance coursework with part-time jobs. Families spend less on transportation, uniforms, and meals, making education more affordable. So each sentence has one job. First, you state the benefit. Then, you show what it looks like in real life. And finally, you give a second strong point. Now let's balance the essay with the disadvantages. We're going to use the same structure, 2 clear points, plus a little support. Students miss teamwork, real-time discussions, and social connections. Research suggests online learners develop weaker communication skills. In areas with poor internet, students struggle to keep up, leading to lower performance. So these points that we've just mentioned are realistic. These are things students and teachers actually notice. We're not trying to sound too clever. We're just showing both sides fairly. We finished with the detailed paragraph. Now we're going to go to the third paragraph. The third body paragraph is what we call the twist, and it's your chance to impress the examiner. We're not adding another advantage or disadvantage. We're going to introduce a deeper issue that most students won't mention. Here's how it's going to look. What many did not anticipate was the psychological effect of online learning. While it saves time and money, it also increases isolation and stress. Studies show students learning online report higher anxiety and loneliness due to reduced social engagement. This raises the question, is flexibility worth it if it harms students' emotional well-being? So this paragraph shows critical thinking. It makes the essay feel more human and thoughtful. We're not just analyzing the system, we're asking what it means for people. So we've written 3 paragraphs so far. We've written the intro, the detail, the twist, and now we're going to write the conclusion to wrap up the essay. Our conclusion is to bring both sides together and leave the readers with something to think about. Online learning offers convenience, affordability, and accessibility, but it also presents challenges like lack of interaction and mental health struggles. So instead of asking whether online learning is better or worse, perhaps the real question is, how can we improve it to provide both flexibility and emotional support? Now we wrap things up, but not by repeating everything. It's balanced, reflective, and open-ended. We're not forcing a strong opinion. We're actually encouraging the reader to think. So let's do a quick recap on what we've done. The introduction sets up the issue and shows what's coming. The detailed paragraphs cover 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages with simple examples. The twist, which was written in the third paragraph, explores a deeper issue like mental health. The conclusion ties it all together with a thoughtful question. So using this framework will help you write smarter, not harder, and more importantly, it makes your writing feel real and grounded. In the next video, we'll use this same structure to tackle another essay type, discuss both views, and give your opinion. See you then.